Let's start thinking mathematically using this words, vocabularies, or mathematical concepts that we see in this video. First, let's focus the concepts and ideas behind these real numbers. It starts with the set. Its definition is a well-defined collection of distinct objects, intersection and union of sets. If A and B are sets, the intersection of A with B A set of it's a set consisting of the elements that belong to both A and B. Since you have two sets, then there is an union that has all the elements that belong to either A or B or both. If all the elements in B and A are same, then A union B has this elements in A alone. If A is a set, the complement of A denoted A dash has all the elements in the universal set that are not in A. Some of the pictures, figures, mathematical figures, presentations, that's worth remembering for going forward in the mathematical thinking process. Universal set, how it looks, and the intersection of three sets, the space around it, and universal set, which shows A is a subset of B and A intersection B is an empty set if these two A, B are disjoints. If A intersection B, okay, infinite number sets. There are numbers and we know that, and they are coming under the definition called well-defined objects. The natural numbers are counting numbers starts from 1 to infinity. These are positive numbers, counting numbers used for counting the objects. Whole numbers, it starts with 0 and up to infinity in the positive direction. The integers, as they both minus infinity to plus infinity, all the numbers. The rational numbers that are A by B or A divided by B, a ratio of A to B, a quotient of two integers that either terminates or is non-terminating with a repeating block of digits. These rational numbers include our natural numbers, whole numbers, the integers. And Q dash, the irrational numbers occur naturally. For example, pi is a quotient of the circumference of the circle to the diameter. Neither terminates nor repeats block of digits. The real numbers are the union of rational numbers and the irrational numbers. Properties of real numbers, reflexive. If any real number equals itself. Symmetric. If A is equal to B, then B is also equal to A. Transitive. A equals B, B equals C, then A equals C. Principle of substitution. A equals B, then we can very well substitute B for A. Arithmetic operations, addition or sum, A plus B. Subtraction difference, A minus B or A plus minus B. A less B or A minus B. Multiplication or product, A times A times B. Division or quotient, A divided by B or A times 1 divided by B. if b is not equal to 0. Rules for the order of operations: begin with the innermost parenthesis and work outward. Number 2, perform multiplications and divisions working from left to right. Perform additions and subtractions working from left to right. Properties of arithmetic operation: commutative property, a plus b equals b plus a, and a times b equals b times a. Associative properties: a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c equals a plus b plus c. Distributive properties: a times b plus c is equal to a times b plus a times c. A times b times c is equal to a times b times c equals a times b times c. Identity properties: 0 plus any real number a equals any real number a plus 0 equals a. Additive inverse property: a plus minus a equals minus a plus a equals 0. Multiplicative inverse property: a times 1 by a is equal to 1 divided by a times a equals 1. If a is not equal to 0, reciprocal of a is 1 by a. Multiplication by 0: any real number a times 0 equals 0. Division properties: 0 by a equals 0. A by a equals 1 if a is not equal to 0. And interestingly, any real number divided by 0 not defined so far. Rules of signs: if there is one negative sign and one positive sign in multiplication, then the output is in the negative side. A times minus b and a times minus a times b and minus of a times b all same, and minus a times b. If there are two negative signs, then the output is in the positive side. This you should simulate or take it as in the real number line that we are going to see it. Minus a times a minus a is equal to a. In the division or quotient process, if you have odd number of negative signs, then you will have the output with the negative sign. If you have even number of negative signs, you will have the positive output, a divided by b. Cancellation properties: a times c equals b times c implies if a equals b, if c is not equal to 0, a times c divided by b times c is equal to a by b if b and c are not equal to 0. Zero product property: a times b is equal to 0. If a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0 or both a and b are 0. Arithmetic questions: a by b plus c by d equals a times d divided by b times d plus b times c divided by b times d equals a times d plus b times c by b times d. A by b times c by d is equal to a times c divided by b times d. The division of two questions, a by b divided by c by d equal to a times d by b times c. The least common multiple to are two fractions having two different denominators. The LCM of two numbers is the smallest number that each has a common multiple. This picture is worth remembering while we are thinking mathematically. The rational numbers includes integers. Integers includes whole numbers, natural or counting numbers. The irrational numbers, so real numbers are the union of this real number, irrational numbers and the whole rational numbers. A truncation drop all the digits that follow the specified final digit in the decimal point. If you want 3 decimal points, drop all after that. Rounding, identify the specified final digit in the decimal. If the next digit is 5 or more, add 1 to the final digit. If the next digit is 4 or less, leave the final digit as it is. Then truncate following the final digit. Thank you for watching this video. This is the first step towards mathematical thinking. Thank you.